Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. Hey, I'm Katherine, and welcome to a new segment called Bedtime Stories, a show where I relive embarrassing stories dangerously close to my bedtime. As you can see, I am in my jammies. I am in my bed. So I thought today we would start it off with some embarrassing show mishaps. Big sip of bedtime tea, drinking some peppermint green tea. Ooh, it's like kind of cold in my house. Hang on. Ah yes, much better with my Snuggie. Boys, get at me now. God, I look like a horror movie version of a peep. Okay, so let's get started. I played Cinderella in Into the Woods. When Cinderella gets her dress for the ball, we decided to have my actual dress fall from the rigging. I go up and, I sing my little bit, and I'm waiting, and the dress just didn't drop. And that's when I realized, oh my god, I don't have a dress for the rest of the show because it's stuck in the ceiling of the theater. So it gets better. The Baker and Little Red are in, like, some really nondescript scene, and in the background, you see like this little bit of gold fabric from the ceiling, and then all of a sudden, this 20-pound dress just goes and just falls in the middle of the scene. They're like talking and doing their business, and it's just like and they just kind of turn around and look over their shoulder and then go back to the scene. It was a hot mess. It was hysterical. So during that same production, they started this bit that the now blinded stepsisters who come in for the top of Act 2 are kind of like bumping around and hitting things in the palace. One night, the prince gets up to about me, and then the stepsisters walk in and kind of bump him a little. Well, tonight, they bumped him a little too hard. Just as he opens his mouth to sing his line, he goes flying about at least 10 feet, and he just slides across the stage. And there's a moment of dead silence. So I just kind of look down and I go, I never thought I'd wed a prince. But just mentally, we had that like look in our eyes like, oh my god, what just happened? Time for a lightning round. My blocking was to sit on this guy's lap and be all cute and sexy, and when the lights came back up, my face was drenched in blood and I had gotten a massive bloody nose during the blackout. During one of my really bad awkward stages, I was playing opposite the most popular guy in school. When the cast list came out and he walked up to me, what I thought was to congratulate me, he walks up to me and goes, "Huh, I didn't know you had braces." Not a great day. One time it was part of the scene to be hiding underneath a massive antique wooden dinner table while these other two characters like land on top of the table, and the table collapses while I'm underneath it. Another time, I got a bloody nose in the middle of a finale of a show, so I just kind of slowly snuck off stage. There's like a reoccurring theme here with bloody noses. Are you attracted to me yet? What about now? Am I attractive? So, I did production of Kiss Me Kate. So I was Lily, and my best friend at the time was actually playing Fred. So the way that our set was designed was that we had like the main stage here and two big balcony things that would come out here. So I'm on one end and he's on the other. I take these breakaway bottles and I'm throwing them at him across the stage. Despite my height and love of musical theater, I actually played basketball for 8 seasons. So I've got a surprisingly good arm, and I'm supposed to hit him, but obviously I'm not gonna be able to hit him. I hit him. He just turned up and looked at me with like this fear in his eyes of like, oh my god, you just hit me with glass. And he got so scared, he legitimately could not remember the next line. That next day, when I came to call time, I noticed that in different parts of the set, he had tiny silver Sharpie written all of his lines. Also, during that same glass throwing scene, one time I just completely missed. I just didn't even hit the set, I just hit the side of the theater. Oh, those are just a few of the very embarrassing things that I have done while performing. If you guys enjoy this kind of video, I know that it's a little different from what I've been doing lately, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you'd like to, go ahead and click subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Kath_Steele. Good night! I'll see you guys soon. Bye. My legs are sweaty.